Hello, Internet. I'm Matt Haas. The All Things YouTube live show is about to start. It's going to be nuts. I'm talking about security, securing your YouTube account and securing your life off of YouTube. I have a lot of knowledge in this subject. I am anxious to share it with you. I'll be dropping knowledge bombs. It will be worth it. Share this out. Whether you're watching live or the replay, it's going to be valuable stuff. I'll get the countdown timer going. We'll flip over to the bald spot cam, the beloved bald spot cam. We'll get some jams going. I always have a hot mic, and I'll catch you on the flippity flip. Here we go. The music is playing. Maybe I'm a little young, but you don't know what I become. Can't you see it in my face? A demon living in disguise, but you can see the killer in my eyes. I've got a look you can't escape. YouTube is reporting a healthy stream. I can dig it. I found a way. I found a way to listen to what's actually going out on the stream. I've got lots of buttons here. Never let the truth fade away. This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn away. Burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake it to the back of the pack. Kill it anyway. Too late. Oops. Doggone it. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? I am your host, Matt Haas. This is the All Things YouTube live show. I am so happy to be back on the YouTubes. I was away last week. I missed you. I'm glad you're here. This is going to be an awesome show. Let's see who's in the house. Adam's Exploits is back. Welcome back, my friend. Robin's Buys and DIYs. I love that channel name. Sounds so nice. Great YouTuber as well. Welcome. John Venturini is here. Welcome back to the channel. Jaden with the purple heart in the channel name. We'll give you some purple hearts there. Harneal Media, that's my friend Steve Nealon. However, when I type the word Steve, I always put an R at the end. My fingers don't listen to my brain. I don't know why. Something is broken. Looks like you survived your vacation. Oh, I most certainly did. Marilyn is here, dropping purple hearts in the chat. Welcome back to the channel, Marilyn. Oh, baby. This is going to be a great show. We're talking security, how to secure your YouTube channel, how to secure your life. I'm a geek. I know a lot about this stuff. I work in a big corporation. Learned a lot there. I follow the world tech news. I learn a lot there. Just been ingrained in me from the very beginning. If you have questions, ask a question. It could be any question. It could be about security. It could be about safety, or it could be about anything on YouTube, even marketing, graphic design, growing an audience, analytics, whatever. Drop it in the chat, and I will answer it sometime during the show. Oh, man. Yep. We will have the tip service going. The Stream Elements tip, there's a link in the description, and there's also this link on screen, very small. When you do that, you get your name on the screen with a sound, and you get to replace this person of any amount. You can remove that person's name and replace it with yourself, and it will be there for the whole show. Or it will actually be there until someone tips over top of you. Could be a minute, could be 5 shows worth. You can beat the 30-day top tipper if you overtake that amount. So that's a lot of fun. Pro tip, don't say yes when someone calls you and says, "Can you hear me?" That way you won't have to talk to anyone. See, Adam is smart. He is super smart. Hey, look what we got here. Lux 1991. Hello from Spain. What a nice mood in your room. Love the green slime-like light. I'm glad you're digging it, Lux1991. Welcome from the USA, all the way out there in Spain. My Spaniard viewers, I dig it. They got YouTube in Spain. You're in the right place. So yeah, that's the tip service that we have going there. A lot of fun. Also, the hype button is in effect. Every dollar amount tipped either through the Stream Elements way to do it, or the Buy Me a Coffee. You'll get one hype button press. So a $3 tip gives you 3 hype button presses on air. I think that's a lot of fun. That's the link to my All Things Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee also puts a on-screen element with your name and a sound. Okay, questions are coming in. That's good. Let's first take a look at Patreon. Hey, I got a happening Patreon page. A lot of members over there, a lot of good perks. Get in on it. We'll take a look at our patrons. Top patrons: Jerry Brown, Polly Once a Crafter, Love Audio Production, Shalala Productions, The Venture Forward, Driveway Workshop, and Enjoy Jacks. Thank you for being top patrons. Quick paid ad, The Venture Forward. That is a channel about recovery. If you or someone you love is dealing with addiction issues, the host, John Venturini, might have something for you. He's an expert, super fun guy, and entertaining as all get out. Check out The Venture Forward. Other patrons: Harneal Media, Wit Profit, Rich Vibes, and some $1 patrons over there. Thank you for your support. It helps a lot. My content's free content to help you be better on YouTube. But just because it's free to you doesn't mean it's free to create. It takes time and energy. So every dollar I appreciate. No amount is too small. Serenity Studio Art is here. That's my friend Diana. She says, good evening, Matt and everyone. Good evening to you. All right. Oh, yes. Look at this. Adam's expanding on his point. When you speak into the phone for a telemarketer, they record what you say. And if you say the word yes, then bad things can happen. Yeah, one of the newer scams on the telephone. Yeah, so true. Right. They get you every which way, don't they? Kind of nuts. Yeah, so I am trying to get the brand workshop up and running. If you want a free workshop with me on Zoom with a handful of people, I'll give you one-on-one attention in a group setting, but each person will get a chance, and I will review your brand and all the YouTube things. So that will be fun, trying to get that going. How do you get in on that? You send me a message directly off the show. Just hit me up on any of my social medias, and we can go from there. I also have new stickers. If anyone wants an All Things YouTube sticker, let me know. It is 3 inches. It is round, and it will exactly cover anything you want to cover that is also 3 inches round. There you go. And you just have to ask for it. I'll ship it anywhere in the world. Episode 200 is a little more than a month away. If everything goes correctly, it will be September 12. Monday, September 12 will be episode 200 of All Things YouTube Live. What? How is that possible? Kind of crazy. Whoo. Okay. Questions are all night long. You can ask questions in the chat at any time. I have enough brands to fill a Zoom chat by myself. Yes, you do. Harneal Media is a hardworking guy on the interwebs. Lots of businesses, multiple businesses. Robin has a question. So last week, Nick Nimmin said that there's a new feature where you can take a snip of your long form video and make it a short out of it. It's not clip feature though. I tried it, but I don't know how to use it. Do you know how to do it, or have you heard anything? We'll have to save that for another show, Robin. I'm still kind of getting into that feature. It's brand new, so I'll have more details for you soon. Thank you. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. All right. We're going to start this topic after another question here. May I ask a fairly naive question? What kind of tools do you use in order to add all those useful elements to the screen and synchronize them live? Thank you in advance. I am using a piece of streaming software called Ecamm. So I can show you what it looks like here now. Okay, so now you should be seeing my interface. This is what I look at when I'm streaming, and I can control what happens on screen. So I can put graphics up like this. I don't know why I have Lionel Richie as an overlay, but I do. Other useful things, little banners and pop-up things. Oh, yes. No. So this is called Ecamm, and I make graphics in Adobe Photoshop with transparent backgrounds, and I add them to that. Some of the more advanced stuff, I have features that have the countdown timer going. And this is a little, this is a WebM video with transparency of that little ring going around. The countdown timer is a feature of Ecamm. The scrolling text is a feature of Ecamm. This is a widget. I have widgets. So not only is the weather thing a widget, sorry, this is hard to do. That's a widget, and so is this bottom banner. And you can use third-party tools, third-party services to have those. Those are both free. The biggest one is Stream Elements. Stream Elements does this because Stream Elements has an API, and it can tell what's going on in the platform. It knows my latest sub is this. It knows my subscriber count is this, and this will change. Lux1991, if you're not subscribed, hit subscribe, and this will roll up to 633. Or if you are subscribed, you can unsubscribe, and it'll go down to 631. But please don't unsubscribe. Ecamm is for Macs only, by the way. Yes, it's for Mac only. There's another piece of software called vMix, which is Windows only. And then there's OBS Studio, which is free. It's the only one of those that I mentioned that's free, and it's for both Windows and PC. There's pros and cons to all of them. Ecamm has been thought of as the easiest to use. vMix is the most complex to use, but has the most features. And OBS is the most difficult to use. They all can do everything amazingly, though. Kilroy's Odessa Woodworking and Maker Shop -Al is here. Should I ban myself? No, please don't ban yourself, Al. That would not be good, Kilroy. You can check him out on Kilroy79763 on Twitch. He does a lot of Twitch streams over there. Yeah, so lot of fun, Thank you for the question, Lux1991. I hope I've answered it. To add those visual elements to the screen and synchronize them live. Yeah. I also have a soundboard here. This is the Rodecaster Pro. And this is what has my sound effects, like this. No. You know, so I've got a variety of tools, both software and hardware. A lot of fun. If that didn't answer your question, let me know, and I will answer more. OBS and Streamlabs OBS rock. I agree that both of those are very valid tools that can do the job great. I do not like Streamlabs OBS. Streamlabs OBS is not OBS Studio. OBS Studio is the original. It's open source. Streamlabs OBS took the source code and made their own commercial product out of it, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. But Streamlabs OBS is an unethical, in my opinion, an unethical company, and they do not value copyright the way they should. They have stolen a lot of intellectual property, in my opinion, and they've done some nefarious things with it. They don't practice what they preach. There's a lot of corporate issues I have with Streamlabs OBS. Do not recommend Streamlabs OBS. Those tools are impressive. You are like the David Copperfield of digital era. Oh, thank you. I will take that as a compliment. Dip my fingers into magic, and it's a lot of fun. What feature do you use to create that transparent green film used during your countdown timer? That is just an image. This green film is just a Photoshop 1920 by 1080 green image. Obviously, I put the logo on there, and it's transparent. So the image has transparency to it, and it's just an image. So it's just an image overlay. Now, this has a lot of things going on. The image overlay is only one of the things. If you come in here to here, so the going live in to that piece of text is its own. There's a lot of little pieces. So there's the countdown timer, the weather widget, my P.O. box, which I put on there for some reason, the scroll, the circles. So the circles is a video, and then this is just the that green overlay. It's just a big green square. That's all it is. But the square has transparency, and I tinker with the amount of transparency. It is now less transparent than it used to be. Hope that answers your question. Okay, let's get into today's topic, security. I'm going to start with just some general things. This is going to go rapid fire. If you want me to expand more on a particular point, let me know, and I'll come back to it. This is just personal security, okay? Be mindful of the personal information you share online. And this could be tight or it could be open. Some people don't even put their face on YouTube. I put my face on YouTube, and I'm kind of like on the very open side of it. My life is an open book. I do have a P.O. box. I mentioned I have that P.O. box, and that is there. So I do not like to advertise my physical home address. That's kind of one of the things where I am. The family members, I kind of keep them out of the public, although, who they are is not a big secret, but I just don't kind of overly push that. I mean, I'm in it to win it. I want to be known. I want to be recognized. So I put a lot of things out there. I even have my phone number out there as well, although it's not the easiest to find. It is out there publicly because I do business on that line. And same thing with my email address. I have all of that public. But you can kind of scale or pull that back. Just be mindful of what you share. And although it's possible to dig into some of that information, my recommendation is just, if you don't want it, if it's kind of an issue, try not to make it super easy to get that. Don't make it super easy to put that information out there. What do you think of the short description box? Should we be filling that out like we are doing long form videos? Yes. Any field on the interface that you can fill out, you should fill out. Definitely. Doesn't matter what it is. Even tags, which are like basically not even used anymore. It's still on the interface. Still fill them out. Yes, do it. Do it. And the reason is because YouTube has it out there for you to do it. They don't put it on the interface for you to fill out if it's not desired. Always do what YouTube desires. For $1, can I send you Matt's phone number? Just kidding. It's out there. If you're not in my address book, you go right to voicemail anyway. And my outgoing message says, "Hi, you've reached Matt. I don't answer phone calls. You're going straight to voicemail. You'd be better off hanging up and texting me at this same number. I will see and respond to that. But I will not respond to voice messages." That's kind of my outgoing message because I don't even play. No, you don't have to take it out to the 5,000 character. Just my recommendation would be just to put something in there because you can, and have that something be a reflection of what the content actually is. Also, some more personal tips is links. If you're given a link in an email or wherever, make sure, verify the link before you do something. You can hover over a link, and then you will get a preview of what the actual link text is, because I can give you a link that says Matt Haas. So that's what it'll say, MATTHAAS, but it'll be hyperlinked, and the hyperlink will be https://matthaas.com. Like, you can expose the full URL by just hovering over it, and somewhere on your computer, usually in the lower corner, you'll see the actual. Sometimes it'll be a little yellow sticky that'll just kind of pop into existence, and then when you hover off, it'll kind of blink away. That's a way to tell what you're actually going to click on and make sure it makes sense. So if I give you a link to Matt Haas and it goes to, superspamsite.com, like, don't click on it. You could also, especially if you get something in email and it says, oh, log into your account to confirm this, don't click the link they give you. Close your email down, go to Google, search for your bank or whatever, and go to the website yourself. Don't follow the link someone gives. So there's just sort of some verify links type of thing. Secure public Wi-Fi. Public Wi-Fi with no password is a dangerous type of thing. If you have a mobile VPN, use that. Don't go to websites that don't have HTTPS in the URL. The S is for secure. If anyone's doing business that's just plain HTTP:// without the S, that's a big no. Passwords, don't reuse passwords. Make sure your password is secure, is complicated. Have it be a word, particularly not a word in the dictionary. Sometimes insert numbers for other letters or something like that. Capital, lowercase. Hey, we got a $40 tip from Marilyn. Thank you, Marilyn. He-Man is happy. I make all those graphics from my set. That was the what I took a photo of. Thank you so much. I appreciate $40 tip from Marilyn. Oh, that really, really helps. Thank you. Appreciate that. And not only did she get the latest tipper, but she got the 30-day spot because she overtook the other person there. Now, if you want to tip $3, you can remove Marilyn from just this area here. Any amount does the latest tipper area. So, letters, numbers, symbols, ideally not a word in the English language, and the more characters, the better. 8 is kind of what some people want you to do. Always do more. I'm a big fan of the password manager software. Although I don't use them, I probably should. Those are very secure as well, some of those password services. And back up your data. Why do I say back up your data as part of security? A lot of time they take or corrupt or put your data behind ransom type of things. And if you have a backup, then you can just tell them to go pound sand. But I know corporations that have had to shell out thousands of dollars to get access to their data because the spammers got in and locked it all up, which is not good. So those are just some personal things. Now, let's talk about the YouTubes. Okay. Hey, Ryan's Vlogs is here. Hi, Ryan's Vlogs. Hi, host. Shout out. Shout out to the people here. Welcome to All Things YouTube. And Jason is here as well. Why do people ask for money on YouTube? Because the content that YouTubers create takes time and money to create, and it's a nice way to supplement that. So if you're getting value from a channel owner and you have the means, you can consider optionally giving money. I have more than one way to do it. I have the Stream Elements tip set up here. It's also on screen. And I have the Buy Me a Coffee over here, buymeacoffee.com/allthings. But it's totally optional. You do not have to provide any cash to the YouTuber if you do not want to. It's there for those who want to use it. And yeah, it's also another reason you would want to do that. It helps ensure that the channel stays active. Like if you're enjoying the channel and you want it to stay around, well, maybe a handful of dollars every now and then will be enough to keep it going. But that's why people ask. Also, if you start getting big and you don't have a way to tip, some people are like, hey, I want to tip you. It actually goes the opposite direction. Like, help me help you. So that does happen occasionally. All right. Let's get into the YouTubes. Okay, so let me go to YouTube proper. I'm just setting some things up here, pushing some buttons. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll go to my YouTube studio, kind of go over here for you. And let me just get to some of my videos. Let's go into this video here. All right, so this is... All right, you should not... Okay. I just wanted to make sure you couldn't hear what was being said on the video. I don't think you can, but that's fine. So here's what you can do if someone gave you a bad comment, okay? So if someone gives you a bad comment, let's pretend that this awesome YouTuber, who is not bad, Sammy Superstar, did a comment that I didn't like. What you do is you whoops, I guess I can't highlight that. There's the triple dot over here. You click the triple dot menu. Can I get that? Oh yeah, there I can. Triple dot. Okay, the triple dot is your friend. That's kind of the theme of the next rapid fire tips here. You go into the triple dot menu, and then you can hide the user from channel or report. Report is very powerful. And then you'll have to be forced to say what is wrong with that particular thing. Now, I'm not going to report it. So the report is there. The report is actually on the whole channel or the whole video. So I'm on a video page. So I'm not on my channel homepage. I'm looking at a particular video, and if there's a problem with this video and I want to report it to YouTube, you can go there. So there's report. Report is everywhere. If you want to report the whole channel, so there's something wrong with the banner, there's something inappropriate with the icon, or the channel owner is impersonating someone, then you have to go to the About page, and from the About page, there's a way to report there. I don't think I can report my own channel. I think I have to go to someone else's channel. Let me try that. Go to Gamazda. There. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, you cannot report yourself, obviously. So there's the report. So if Gamazda, if I wanted to report, I could report that user there. So there are lots of ways to report inappropriate stuff. I can report yours if you want. Please do not do that, Al. So reporting is there for you. And you can even report comments on the live stream too. So that's another thing. Or chat messages. They're called chat messages. Are you still doing your podcast, All Things? Yes, I have 12 episodes, I think. They come out at random times. Sometimes it's, a month or two in between episodes. But I still have an audio podcast. You can go to podcast.allthingsyoutube.com. Here. Yep. Podcast.allthingsyoutube.com. I'm really going to ramp that up when and if I start interviewing people. So that's going to be part of my business strategy. Now, if there's a privacy issue, then you go to the help center. So the help center is where you want to go if something rises above what I just told you of reporting. If reporting is not enough, you can go to the help center and deal with that. You can also remove comments. Let's do that. So let me go back to my video. And I even showed this a moment ago. But if I wanted to remove this offending comment from Sammy Superstar, I'm just faking. It's just a pretend. Then you can go remove, and then poof, it will blow up and be removed. Hiding people from your channel. Hide user from channel. So if there's an offending comment or chat message, you can hide that user from your own channel. This has to be on your own stuff. You could also, if you don't have a specific instance and you still want to hide someone, you can go to the YouTuber. You can copy their channel URL. So I went out here and just copied the channel URL because I clicked on that. Then you can go into your studio and you can block the user directly without, this is method number 2. So you can go settings, community, and then hidden users. Yeah, I think if you just, see, you paste that in and it picks it up right there. If I were to commit that, then that user could not interact. Well, when they interact on my channel, everything's hunky-dory on their end, but no one else on the platform sees it. And you can kind of tell there was a little bit of inappropriateness happening there. So you can have safety by doing that. Blocking users is great because they're commenting away thinking everything's hunky-dory, but it's not. It's they've actually no one can see their stuff, and it's great. Now, where does some of this stuff go that no one can see? I can show you that. So if you go to comments and held for review, there's a pill up here in the header. Come over here. Sorry. Held for review. So sorry, I'm in comments over here, and then held for review. And these are some comments I have held for you. I subscribed you channel, bro. Check out my site. See, a lot of this reciprocity stuff is a big no-no. Hey, I did this for you. Do this for me. It always catches it. Can we collaborate? That's kind of borderline. Looking forward to more uploads. I recommend checking out. Oh, see, look. They're trying to put a URL in there, but they're breaking it up. See, they're getting very sneaky like that. This is all just garbage. Watching and learning now. That actually doesn't seem too bad. You can go to the channel and check that person out. 10 subscribers. Some of the stuff is kind of questionable. It may or may not be. But you don't ever have to go there. The default's to published. And if you want, you can go over there and check it out. Rich Vibes is here. Hi, Rich Vibes. And Zachary is here as well. Welcome. Wow. What you got going on there in that, on your channel icon? That's really cool. Not quite sure what it is, but I'm digging it. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to All Things YouTube. Talking about YouTube safety and tools that you have to stay safe on the YouTubes. Blocked words list. Let's talk about the blocked words list. Okay, we're going to come back to settings down here. You can't see that because I got the animation footer in the way. There. Let me try this again. See that? Settings down here. That's where I'm going. Just show you real quick. Okay, I'm going to put my logo back up. So I'll go into settings, the gear, and then go to community, and then blocked words is right there. So I have a word blocked called sub number 4 sub. So if you put that in there, it ain't getting through. It ain't getting through. And what happens when it doesn't go through? Same thing. It goes to held for review. It does go through, but it lands in held for review, which is basically a barren wasteland that no one knows about. Or I should say no one cares about. So that's blocked words list. Oh, and you can block links as well. I think that's on by default. Back to settings, back to community. One of these. Oh, block links. I did not have this active. I'm going to activate this. So block links means anyone putting a URL in is going to get rejected. So now non-moderators cannot put website links on my stuff. So I recommend doing that. Obviously, I didn't do that, but it was checked at one time, I swear. It's okay, right, if I put a URL in my comments to someone on my own channel when I'm responding to someone? Yes, channel owners automatically have the right to put web links in their own stuff, URLs. Yes, you can't remove that feature from yourself. So yes, do it. There's no harm in doing that. You should do it. I do it all the time. Continue doing it. Who do we got here? Good morning, friend. How are you today, host? I am great. Lily Goltom. Welcome to All Things YouTube. Glad you're here. Going over safety issues on the YouTubes, the tools you have at your disposal to stay safe. You can also deal with comments in the defaults. You have upload defaults. So let's talk about that. Settings, upload defaults. So a lot of this stuff here, you can, there's some safety things here. Let's talk about this. Comments. You can allow all comments, hold potentially inappropriate comments for review. I recommend this be checked. Optionally, this is a new-ish feature. It even says experiment here. Increase strictness. So this is catching even more stuff than normal. Or you could hold all comments for review. My friend Brenda does this. Every comment you put there, it just vanishes until she approves it. Or you can disable all comments. I definitely recommend hold potentially inappropriate comments. And this is on by default. These are my default settings. So, yeah, do that for sure. More. Oh, can't do it. So, yeah. Whoopsie. Whoops. There you go. I want to keep that setting the same. Oh, Jaden's talking about what time Rich Vibes' show is. He's on at 2 p.m. Eastern on the platform Mixcloud. Rich Vibes has a YouTube channel, but he also is on another platform. That's the answer there, Jaden. Yes, you're welcome. If you have questions about YouTube, drop them in the chat. I will answer any question. I hold all comments and reply to each. Been really quiet lately. Well, a lot of people, if they notice that they're putting comments in there and the comments aren't being replied to, sorry about that. They might just because it's kind of a noticeable thing. So if you have hold all comments and John Q Public puts a comment on your video and they don't see it, they're like, oh, something must have broke. I'm not going to comment on Al's stuff anymore. Some people do that. But hey, if that's what's working for you, go for it. That feature is there for you to use, so go ahead and use it. What nature are most of the inappropriate comments that you have faced over the years? A lot of sub for sub, a lot of a lot of people not liking the content of the video. I made this one video on my other YouTube channel. I have this channel where I tried to be snarky and funny. It didn't come across that way, and I kind of came across a little bit of a jerk. So a lot of people let me have it. They're like, basically, the whole premise was I was altering a phone case to make it better. And I said, you need these common household tools. And then I go list tools that are wood shop tools. So only people that would have a wood shop would have some of these tools. And it was supposed to be funny. Like, of course you don't have a benchtop belt sander. And people were like, F you, I don't have these tools. You're not funny. The one time, some people are just completely not in the right frame of mind. Like, I used plywood for a project. Plywood is readily available. It's a great material to work with, but the person commenting lived on a Caribbean island where plywood was really hard to come by, and he demanded that everything I make be out of solid wood, not plywood. And he gave me what for? He did that. One user had the avatar, the face of a historical figure. And the historical figure was Mr. Hankety Clankety from World War II, if you know what I'm saying. The bad guy from World War II. And the channel name was The Fuhrer. He popped up in my chat and just said hi. I hit that triple dot and block user from channel. He was instant blocked. I'm like, I'm not playing with that. That happened one time on the YouTubes. Other bad types of comment. I mean, that's kind of what it is. A lot of people are trying to be helpful, but they come across mean. If there's a hint of helpfulness, I'm fine with it. I tend to allow more than most, but I'm in a good headspace, and I know that I'm putting out content where I believe it's high quality. I believe it's useful. I never pretend I know it all. I'm very clear about that. So if someone has a problem, I'm like, you know what? I'm doing my best here, and if it doesn't land with you, that's fine. So it doesn't really bother me as much, but not everyone is in that same headspace. Aren't you going to address two-step verification? Oh yes, I'm getting there. That's great. And like Matt says, that's his. Now Rich is a mod on my channel, so he is able to put website links in the chat. People who are not mods can't do that, and I'm okay with that. I had to block many channels' offensive names coming into my live streams a few years ago when trolls bought. Yep, it's a thing. Matt was Ferenius. Don't know what that means. What is the difference between Stream Deck 15 key unit and the Elgato Stream Deck MK2? Oh, the Stream Deck, this thing here, which you can barely see, it comes with different amounts of buttons. And what Adam is asking is, there's one with 15 buttons, but there's two models with 15 buttons. So they have a 6 button, they have a 15 button, another 15 button, and then the 32 button. And his question is, what's the difference between the two 15-button models. The difference is the newer one has a detachable USB cord, so you can replace it with a longer USB cord if you want. It's not soldered into the unit. The keys are a little bit larger. Each little monitor screen is a fraction larger, and the plate comes off. There's a this surface here is removable, and you can put on colorful plates, which is cool if you're into that. Me, I'm a practical person. I'm okay with the black matte background. Now, this Stream Deck does not have a removable plate. This is the 32, but so that's the difference. And yeah, MK2 versus the one that's not MK2. Yeah, that's the answer. Is it true that YouTube is plagued with a lot of hated and aggressiveness, I think you say, forums and blogs too? YouTube is the least worst with that, I would have to say. YouTube does a very good job at removing that stuff. The community does a good job at policing that stuff. It's always out there. It'll be on every platform. But YouTube, in my opinion, is the safest. Twitter is a hellscape. Facebook's very bad. Facebook's like Skid Row. Yeah, YouTube's up there. Dave Gatton is here. He loves my piano exploits. Hi, Mr. Dave Gatton. Good to have you back on the channel, my friend. Yep. I saw what you did there. Yep, I can't spell tonight. That's fine. I got the drift, believe me. Yeah, some of these comments are from what I said a few moments ago. And as a host and everything going on, I'm looking at all these screens. It's kind of hard to kind of connect what those comments were in reference to, but that's just what social media sucks in general, or social media in general sucks. Hey, yeah, it can. Okay, continuing on with this topic, we're going to come over here to this new webpage, which I'm going to drop in the chat. Everyone should kind of bookmark this thing I put in the chat here and keep it handy dandy. This has a lot of good tips for being safe on YouTube. And let's start with a few things. 2-step verification. This is a must, in my opinion. In fact, if you want to be part of the YouTube Partner Program, this is mandatory. 2-step verification is where you have to have something you know to get in. That's your password. You know that. You know your password. And something you have, like a mobile phone that has codes in it that change every 30 seconds, or a key fob or something like that. So you can follow the thing here and see if your two-factor, yep, so two-factor is turned on my account. See, I got the green check mark. If it's not checked there, then make sure it is checked. Follow the on-screen prompts and do that. I like the Google Authenticator. It's kind of my authenticator app, and that's a lot of fun. Okay, use a separate email for your channel. This is the recommendation. So don't use an email address that is used for a lot of other things. If you use the same email across platforms and someone gets access to it, they can take over your YouTube and other accounts. Use a different email for your YouTube channel than the email you use for your other accounts. So that's something you can consider. I touched on this earlier, strong passwords. They give you some examples where it would be Strong password. Strong and complex. Make it unique. Avoid personal information or common words. Yeah, your password should not be password. It should not be 123. Good common sense stuff there. Again, I covered that earlier. Moderators, you can have people moderate your channel, and there is a whole tier of permissions. We're not going to go into all of this, but essentially you can grant other YouTube channels these levels of permissions: viewer, subtitle editor, editor limited, editor, manager, and then this is obviously what you have access to. And there's various levels of control. When I do consulting for people, I request the manager access so I can get in and see all the details. See, in other words, what we're talking about here is someone can get access to your account. Now, they don't have your Google email address or password. Never give your Google email address or password to anyone. If you want them to come to have access to your YouTube studio, follow this method and give them the appropriate actions, their appropriate permission level here, the role, and do that. Again, it's kind of a high-level topic. If you have questions, ask, and I will deal with that and probably cover that on another show because that's a lot. Facebook is like Skid Row. In many ways it is. What makes you say that? People are just nasty on Facebook. It's a little easier to be more anonymous on Facebook. I don't know. It's just, yeah. And also Facebook, unlike YouTube, is a place for everything. Facebook is groups, Facebook is business pages, Facebook is chat, Facebook is posts, Facebook is polls, Facebook is shorts, Facebook is it's trying to be, it's groups, it's trying to be everything, where YouTube is a video sharing site with social media bolted onto it, but people go to YouTube to see shows and to get answers for their stuff, answers in video. It's just, because it's more narrow, it helps the environment be a little better, I think. When you're all things to all people, then you get all of society, good and bad. That's why I think Facebook is like Skid Row. Yeah, so that's that. Got a couple more here. Come down here. Oh, phishing scams. Yeah. Phishing scams are getting much more sophisticated. They do have a little example email of what it could look like. If you get big and you get offers for ad reads from other companies, so they want to partner with you and say, okay, promote my video game, or I'm selling coffee, or things like that. They're getting very, very sophisticated. A lot of times it has you install something. Now, again, installing stuff is always harsh to do, but they'll be like, I'm a VPN company, install my VPN and show it on your screen, you using it. And then you go to install the VPN, and it's not a VPN. It's some sort of nefarious thing. And at the time, there was a really scary thing where the spammers takes over your session. So if you were logged into YouTube, they are also logged into YouTube without typing anything in. There was a major flaw. And it was hitting a lot of people. People were getting like legitimate emails from legitimate people, but somehow it was spoofed. And, these businesses, they had websites up and running. They had testimonials. They had Yelp review. I mean, but it was people were getting their channels taken over by someone. You never want that. A lot of times what people will do is they will, if a legitimate offer comes in from someone who wants you to make a commercial on your channel or an ad read on your channel, and you have to install something, what they'll do is they'll go to a computer that's off their network, completely isolated, and then run the installer so it can't go out on their home network and infest it's very tough. Now, I'm going to end with the number one thing you should do in your life and with YouTube, and that is your mobile phone, okay? Your mobile phone should be guarded the most. Now, of course, I guard my YouTube account login very highly. Also, the mobile phone. Why the mobile phone? Well, the mobile phone can be used to get into your account. YouTube could send you a text message, and you've got to have your text message appear and then type in what was texted to you. Like they'll text you an 8-character string of numbers to verify it's you. Well, if someone takes over your mobile phone, they can reset your passwords to your different accounts. And it's not that difficult to do. What you do is you call a provider, so AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, and you say, hey, I'm Matt Haas. I forgot my Verizon password. And they're like, okay, we have to verify it's you. And you can cry them a river. And sometimes, depending on who you're talking to, like an untrained employee, they'll go ahead and they'll let the spammer reset their account. Then you can SIM swap the phone. So in other words, there's methods you can buy a new SIM card, put it in an iPhone, and then say, deactivate my old SIM, and then make this SIM my phone number. This is a spammer doing it. So bottom line, the spammer can have a copy of your phone by sitting in their own house and doing it all over the web. You still have this hardware, but this hardware no longer becomes your phone. Then the spammer's phone has your phone number, and they are you. So hey, John Venturini, 1111. Thank you so much. Oh, you got the other animation here. See, that's my piano beaver. Thank you for the tip, John. I appreciate it. So what you want to do is and another thing, never tell anyone what carrier you have. If you have AT&T or Verizon or T-Mobile, never tell people, because that just narrows it down. If you're the spammer bad guy, then you know who to call. Otherwise, you're just randomly calling. Say, I'm Matt Haas. This is a T-Mobile agent, sir. There's no, Matt Haas here on this channel or on this network. So if your mobile phone provider has a way to put two-factor authentication on your mobile phone account just to monitor your billing and log in and see what your features and upgrade your plan, put two-factor on your mobile phone account. Some mobile phone accounts have more restricted access. If there ever is a problem, they have to go through higher levels of vetting you. You can opt into that. You should do that. Seriously, your mobile phone is the most sensitive thing that you should secure. Arrows DIY is here, stopping in for 5 minutes. Hey, there's no wrong way to watch the show. Stop in, drop me a like, and bounce out if you have to. I appreciate every click and every moment you're here, as much or as little as you can. Always love the beaver that can play an instrument. Yeah. Adam's Exploit says, turn subscriber only chat on for live stream. Oh, yeah, they can tweak some other things. Now, when you do that, then non-subscribers can't comment. But that's part of what you're doing. So that's an option there as well. Good suggestion, Adam. Thank you for that. We use 2 passwords on our switches, and our lab Cisco in the user access class is privileged. I was talking about server or network hardware. Yeah, it's just a lab. It sure does help in remembering, but always use complicated passwords. Yeah, for sure. You're scaring me with this spammer talk. I'm going off grid, and I'm going to live in a van by the river. Oh, Al's got to go. Thanks for stopping by. And now Tinkerbell's editorial. Yes, that's my dog was barking in the background. Yes, mobile phones are no joke. This happens to celebrities all the time. Celebrities do everything they can to secure their mobile phone account. They don't give the phone out to anyone. They keep their carrier secret. They turn on 2-factor at the end, and they enable like a more secure feature within their mobile phone account, and they still get hacked by the SIM swap type of thing. And then I'm going to leave you with the most mind-blowing thing. You're not going to like this, but your homework, should you choose to accept it, is to search the word Pegasus on Google. Pegasus is spyware owned by governments. And what this does is it gives you full access to computers and phones without you doing anything. And the whole point is national security and other government-related business. Basically, the government knows all about you, whether you're on VPN or not, whether you've clicked a link in the email, whether you've accepted a text message, doesn't matter. Pegasus, it was an Israeli-built spy tool that's sold only to governments to monitor their population. So if you are a government, you can buy Pegasus and unleash it onto your population, and then you'll know about. So here's the bottom line. If you live in America, this is how I live my life. I never, ever want the terms national security to be spoken in any sentence about me. So never do anything to harm national security in America or anywhere in the world, quite frankly, if you're not from America. Because you know what the government does to people who threaten national security? Well, it's not good. It's not good. You never want to do it. So never do anything to harm this great country that we live in, because basically the government knows everything there is to know about you. But the point is, they don't care. They don't care what's in your clipboard. They don't care what you're typing. They don't care who you're talking to. They only care if it hurts national security. TikTok for China. Yes, TikTok is a spy app that also does video sharing. TikTok has full access to basically everything on your phone, all of your contents, everything that's in the clipboard, everything you type. If you've logged in on a device that's not your phone, they have full access to that. Everything that they're allowed to take, they take. It's insane. Yeah. But so, yeah. Don't think that you're safe from Uncle Sam or some of these other countries that have a Pegasus license, because they know. People, oh, I'm going to use WhatsApp. It's end-to-end encrypted on both ends. Doesn't matter. Pegasus can see it because it's that level. I had the SIM card virtually stolen from my phone once after going through a refinance of mortgage. It's common after transactions like that. Wow. How does one send an editorial? MagicKingdom.com. Go to staff and then click the email address, tinkerbell@tinkerbellhaas.com. My goodness, folks, we are at the end. Thank you for being awesome. Please implement these things. I dropped the link to the creator safety, what's it called? Creator Safety Center. This link is in the chat. Bookmark it. Go through the material. Learn it. Love it. Live it. It is there for you. Drop me a like if you haven't already. That's free for you to do. Get in on my Facebook group. I have a Facebook group. If you're not on my email, I give away free stuff there. I'm selling stuff. We talked about the Stream Deck. I have over 400 icons available there. I stream on Mondays through Fridays. Weekdays, I stream here on Awesome Fun Things in the Morning. I'm doing an awesome, super terrific, awesome show with my host, Sandy Archer, on Friday at 5:45. I think we're doing a Venture Forward on that channel. We do VF Talks. I've got merch. What's this? Oh, yeah. Ask for my sticker. Oh, and I'm on Twitter. Vids People Watch. Follow me on Twitter. I don't know why I'm there, but make it worth it for me. Give me a follow. Vids People Watch. Hey, I'm glad you liked it. Yes, thanks for stopping by, and like and subscribe and do all the doodly doos. All right. Gotta go. Love you all. Stay awesome. I'll be around. Ask questions. I'm in the Facebook group. Okay, folks. Good night.